She cheated and left me broken. Am I wrong for the reaction I gave her after she tried to come back? 2-2. I wasn't going to beg her to stay. I wasn't going to fight for someone who'd spent a year fighting against me behind my back. I went back to school. It wasn't glamorous. I was the older guy in classes filled with students who weren't old enough to rent a car. I worked 2 jobs, attended night lectures, studied until my eyes burned. There were days I questioned whether I was rebuilding or just distracting myself. But every time I thought about quitting, I remembered the messages, the receipts, the lies. And suddenly, I wasn't tired anymore. Pain is a hell of a motivator. I graduated at the top of my class, not because I was the smartest, but because I was the most determined. Because every time the world told me I should have fallen apart, I chose to get up. I opened my own firm in a tiny office that smelled like paint and new beginnings. My name on the door felt like a promise I'd made to myself in that moment on the floor and finally kept. 2 years later, she showed up. I recognized the knock before I even opened the door. Soft, hesitant, familiar in a way that felt like a bad memory coming back to life. When I saw her, I felt nothing. No anger, no longing, just clarity. She looked smaller, not physically, just less powerful. Like life had stopped catering to her the moment I did. And she was wearing that same cheap cologne she always used to hide the scent of guilt, the kind that lingered on clothes and pillowcases long after she left the room. "You've changed," she said, studying me like I was someone she used to own. "No," I replied. My voice didn't shake. Not this time. Not anymore. I just stopped loving someone who didn't know how to love me. Her eyes filled with something. Regret, maybe. Or the realization that people don't always come back broken. Sometimes they come back better. She asked if we could talk. I told her there was nothing left to say. When I closed the door, I felt the same sensation I'd felt the morning after it all fell apart. Lightness. But this time without the pain. Not grief. Not anger. Just peace. Peace I built myself. Piece by piece. Alone. Like and follow for more Reddit stories.